Yo, it's Tony D. We got to talk. Keep in mind, this is not, I know I'm unboxing these, but I already know the grades. I already know all that, but I just got it back in the mail. Well, they pack it right, man, but CGC. What is up with all that? I first found out about it. Whoa. Camera shot. Probably about a year and a half ago, maybe. Like, I didn't even know this thing existed. But it was kind of interesting. Started getting into, some of the comics I had, like really looking at how much they're worth on the market. I mean, man, you start kind of freaking out about it, like, geez, that's worth that much. And then you go down this rabbit hole of, okay, so if I get it graded, I may be able to make a little more money. Well, yes and no. There's like a sweet spot with some of this, but I just wanted to test it out, the whole grading experience. And I bought a collection, actually from a subscriber, JC, Jeff. Shout out, man, if you're there. And I started looking through this collection, and there were some really good keys. I thought in really good shape. And I thought, man, I'd give it a shot. See what this is about. The one thing I didn't like about it was, your book, it was a good 2.5 months. Your books are going to be tied up with somebody you don't know, and you pretty much sign an agreement to where if anything happens, man, it's on you. There's the accountability. And I get it, their business, but it's a scary prospect if you're a serious collector. And you sitting in a book that's worth some money, it's a risk, right? But a lot of people that speculate, and I have done it, speculation ruins it for me. It'll ruin the hobby for me. I can't stand it. I don't want to sell comic books. I have, but man, it's like letting go of a kid, man. Even ones that I sold a Zombie Tramp issue 1 risque version, 1,000 copies. I got like $400 for it. I'm not flexing, man. It's just that's the way it went down. And I still didn't like getting rid of it. That's just the kind of collector I am. But, I think grading is more of, I don't know, man. I get it. If you're going to spend that kind of money, 400, 500, 600, man, you even get up in the thousands with some of these. It's good to know a grade that's been done professionally, with a standardized process. I get all that, but some of these books and some of the stuff I see people do where they're buying brand new stinking books, numerous copies, sending them in, getting them graded, just to flip books. Man, I don't like that. I'm not going to engage in that. Really, my purpose with these 4 were the long-term investment, where I have a grade. I'm going to hold on to them. Like, I'll probably end up passing them on to somebody when I die, because I just don't want to get rid of them. But another aspect of getting them graded for me was, if I'm in a pinch and I need some quick cash, this is probably the quickest way you're going to get it with a grade. You command a little bit more when you're dealing, and that's an advantage I could see for doing it. But this is probably where I'll stop with it. I probably won't do it again. It's for these 4 books, it cost me $172.20. And when I submitted them, I went ahead and got the clean and press. If you don't do that, you really, I mean, you have to do that. And that's a lot of money, man. This grading can turn into a money pit really quick. There are people that professionally do it, sell books, and they're really good at this. Mint Hunter, he's probably the best I've seen. So this collection I bought, I mean, he had a run of G.I. Joe, and I saw this bad boy. And, 9.4. I was thinking if I could get a 9.0, it would be cool. But it's a 9.4. I'm really glad with that. And like I said, I won't sell it. I'll keep it and just do the long haul, first appearance of Storm Shadow, silent issue. Larry Hama wrote the story. Larry Hama's good. Klaus Janson did the colors on the Ed Hannigan. So yeah, this is a good thing to have on my PC and hold on for the long haul. I'm not flipping anything. I have no desire to flip anything. I just, man, I'm not into that. And he had a really large collection of the Secret Wars. He had the whole complete thing. This actually, their cleaning and press, they did a good job on this. But you can see this book, there's a little bit of, well, actually quite a bit to give it a 7.5. Actually, white pages, I was shocked about that. These books, to give you a little history about this, and here's another topic that's interesting. These were in a garage in Oklahoma, and it can get hot, cold, humid. But JC did have them bagged and boarded. And I'll tell you what, poly bags get a bad rep, but man, they'll protect. I mean, I think he had them like that since the 80s. So I'm cool with this, man. I dig it. 7.5, like I said, I'm holding on to it for the long haul. Long haul. I just, really to get down to it, I just can't get rid of comics. I love them that much. He had a Amazing Spider-Man 252. I mean, if you know, you know. It's an homage. I like how they put that there. Ties with Marvel Team Up 141 for first appearance of the black costume. Amazing Fantasy 15 cover homage. So this is a really good deal too. White pages. I'm shocked I got white pages. Oh, newsstand edition. So I'm totally hyped about that. Love it. And this gets even better as well. The G.I. Joe 9.4, it's newsstand edition. So JC had a really good collection. Man, we agreed on a price. He was happy. I was happy. So I just, I had to find out. Plus, I wanted to dip my toe into the CGC waters, but I'll give you some more information. Like, you'll get to a point where people will grade these cases. Like, they don't grade them, but I'll tell you what, a case that's cracked, someone that's collecting, they'll look at that and they'll devalue it somehow. And they even have like these bumper things you can put these in. And I don't know, man, I may buy some just for these 4, just for that reason. See, it turns into a money pit really stinking quick. And they also, another thing I was reading on their site, they're to get a signature done, and this just recently changed. they would have to actually have somebody witness the signature for it to um, for them to give it their seal, authenticity. And now you can send in stuff to get the signature verified. So that's cool that that changed. But now here's the kicker, man. This is corporate greed right here. Is they'll even grade the signature now. You know, I don't know how much they charge for that, but grading a signature, I mean, I kind of was like, okay, maybe it's fair. I don't know, dude. It's a never-ending money pit. But this was yeah, see, like I got off-white to white pages. A lot of the collection, I thought that would be it. So there's some cool things that came out of this. Wolverine, man, if you know, you know. This is, you know, Frank Miller, man. So yeah, like I would not sell this ever. Like I'll keep this to my dying day. Probably the others too. But, you know, shout out to JC. Hopefully he's watching. But man, that's just a little info. Maybe it's helpful to someone. I mean, you're really going to end up in a money pit. Like I said, I spent $172.20. That's for the pressing. You know, you might as well. Like, I wouldn't send a book in without doing that. And that's another thing. You'll end up sending in books that probably a 9.8, but you'll just go ahead and get it cleaned and pressed. Or they have an option where you can say, well, just send it back if it's a 9.8. But like, really, man, you're gonna spend. They still charge you shipping and handling. I forget what the charge is. I think it's like maybe $6, $9, something like that. But it's like, why would you do that? It's like you're getting into a money pit. Unless you're someone like Mint Hunter, man, he's a professional. He deals with bulk stuff, and he knows what he's doing. But I don't know, man. I'll probably go online right now and buy those bumper things. But you know, you use your own judgment. Like I said, if I was buying a book and it was up in the thousands, even the hundreds, like 500, you want some kind of assurance. But even man, there was a scam going on where people were getting into these and putting books in that were lower grade into a higher grade type deal. And I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But you guys be careful. Hopefully this helps somebody out. You know, I'm happy with this, but I don't think I'll do this anymore. It's a lot of money. But regardless, you got to get it.